But I just remember waking up and being in like a complete panic. It wasn't pretty. Like, I'm glad nobody else was there, because I know I would have scared some people.
All right, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we are headed to Bella's surgery. We just got here. How you feeling?
Tired.
She slept the whole way. It's early. It's early. How are you feeling about the surgery? Are you excited or just nervous?
I'm excited, but the more and more like I think about it, my nerves get like really high.
I told her it's gonna be like a 2-second thing where like she closes her eyes and just wakes up and it's done. So for you, time will go fast. For me, hopefully. I'll be sitting here for 5 hours. It was cute. Rylan last night was like, please, can I go with? He's like, I just want to be there. And I was like, we're just going to be sitting there for 5 hours. But I think I am going to let him take tomorrow off of school. I told him, I was like, it'd be better to take tomorrow off and like spend the day with her and like sit and watch TV or movies or whatever as she's like healing than it is today to go and like just sit here. You know why she gets it done. But
yeah, he loves to just sit in my room and
he
like
loves
lay with
you.
me. So
it's so cute. Okay, let's do this. All right, Bella's in surgery. So they actually said the surgery is only 3 hours. So it's a lot better than I was thinking. I think they meant 5 hours as far as like time to get here, do all the paperwork, meet with the anesthesiologist, you know, all of that. And then I think she has an hour recovery afterwards. So the cool thing is they're texting me along the way. Everything's going good so far, but I'm nervous. I hate any kind of surgery, or when anyone goes into surgery, it just makes me so nervous. So hopefully everything goes smooth. So it's actually the next day. We didn't end up filming the rest of the day yesterday because it got a little crazy. Bella had a hard time waking up from the anesthesia and was just crying a lot and just, yeah, having a little bit of a hard time. But she's feeling better today.
yeah.
Better-ish.
Yeah.
The surgery went really, really well. Everything went perfect with it. They were able to fix the deviated septum. And everything went really smooth. So as far as like the surgery wise, everything is good, and her nose should heal really well. I saw pictures and it looks really good.
Yeah.
Like they did a good job.
So I just wanted to clear up some stuff because I've already seen some comments saying that this was just a cover up, just to get a nose job. And so I want to read you guys the medical paper to prove that I do have a deviated septum. And yeah, I did get my nose fixed on top of that, but we already established that. So to say that I'm faking it was kind of frustrating.
Real quick too, if it was cosmetic, like if it was like a nose job, the insurance would not have paid for it. They've already said that up front, like cosmetic, like nose jobs or rhinoplasties, they don't pay for. This was a completely different thing.
It says this is an 18-year-old female with anatomical nasal obstruction and a history of trauma. Nasal examination reveals bilateral moderate to severe turbinate hypertrophy, nasal valve stenosis with positive caudal maneuver, and C-shaped nasal septum deviation.
That's what we were talking about, how she has the C-shaped or had the C-shaped.
It's not down here, it's up here, which was blocking my pathway to breathe, which is why I struggled so much breathing.
So based on the patient's assessment and symptom, nasal valve surgery, turbinate reduction and septoplasty
are medically necessary per the standard of care.
Yeah.
So before everyone that keeps on going on.
It wasn't everyone. It's like 2 comments. I would say 99% of you. And I did see a couple that are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I maybe have that too. I've always had problems breathing, but they thought it was for one reason or another. So I feel like talking about it has helped other people. So if you can't breathe, go check it out by the doctor and have them check. So they will refer you. So basically we went to the original doctor. They referred us to ears, nose, and throat specialists. And so that's the ones that were able to do the further testing and see that her septum was deviated.
Yeah.
Also, she did break her nose.
About 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yes, it was Hannah's fault, but it wasn't Hannah's fault.
Okay,
they
so
were playing around.
We were out with my friends one time, and we were just messing around and play fighting, and she accidentally hit me in the face with her phone, and which is where I got the crookedness. And I don't know if I filmed back then, but I did have a black eye. It was right before softball pictures, and that's where I got the curve, and that's where it hit and blocked my breathing right there. But also I am anemic, and so the blood in my oxygen, or like the oxygen in my blood has a hard time carrying or something like that, and so that's also another reason why I can't breathe. So I have 2 factors playing into why I can't breathe, and so this surgery is going to help out a lot. So it was very necessary for me to get this, because I never talked about it in vlogs, because
we never discussed it.
But it is issues. That's just goes to show that not everything is talked about on camera. But
yeah, I feel like we've talked about this before, but we only film, like, there's only a small portion of our lives that you see, and anything that people feel comfortable with sharing is what they share, and everyone gets that choice. And we've never really talked about that, as she mentioned, she's anemic, and so she is taking iron supplements now, and then along with this breathing thing should make all the world of difference.
Yeah. And then here's just a little bit more proof that it is from my insurance that this was covered. For anyone's like, oh, they just wrote that down on a piece of paper.
Yeah, we didn't. We don't. And that's the other thing, is we are truthful in our things. Like, we would never say a medical diagnosis, or we would never say something's going on that isn't. I think where it's kind of a misconception is sometimes anybody in our family might say, hey, I don't want that shared, or I don't want to share this information. And then, so we don't talk about it and we don't share it. We respect, everyone's, I guess, we respect everyone's opinion on what they want to share and not want to share. And so, but then I think sometimes in vlogs, or if things get leaked out in the who knows where, or from a friend or from whoever, then people are like, oh my gosh, they're lying and there's all these secrets and blah, 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 blah. And it's not like that at all. It's just, people share what they're comfortable with sharing, and that's it. But we'll never come on here and like directly lie about something. If we're not talking about something, it's because someone has asked us not to.
Yeah. If you guys need any more proof, I can show you.
There's proof. Stop
on my little bracelet from the hospital. Ethan says it too. So
okay.
I just don't want to get called out as a liar for getting something I really medically needed to be done. And like freshly coming out and then seeing these comments, like, it's a little frustrating.
And Bella's a very honest person, and I think that's why when it questions like her integrity, it really frustrates her, because she's just such an honest and is upfront with people. And so I feel like that's where it feels frustrating with that. Okay, wait, on a side note, listen, and we talked about this the other day with some of the other kids. We actually did pick up a meeting about this, but let's say that someone gave you $100,000, okay? They just handed you $100,000. And then I turned around and took $1 away from you. Are you going to throw the other $99,999? You're just going to go throw it in the trash and burn it? No. So when you read the one mean comment, and there's 900 other really nice, supportive, understanding people, you can't let that one affect your entire day or infect everything.
Yeah, I know.
Because there were so many supportive and nice people, like, in nice comments. And we really, really appreciate all of you out there that are so nice and supportive and kind and understanding. And I truly feel like we have the best community on the internet. I really do. And I don't know if I've ever talked about this. I think I talked about this on a podcast a long time ago, something like that. But we had done a mud run, like this a long time ago. We did this mud run, and there was this guy, and he had like jumped in the mud, and then he was like, I'm Shrek, and he was like rolling in the mud, and he came out, and he did like kind of look like that. Like, it was, yeah. But anyways, in the vlog though, you just saw us call, like, we were like, oh, hey, he looks like Shrek, and we were laughing about it. Well, when it came out like that, it looked like we were making fun of him, and like we were calling him names. And oh my gosh, like all of the comments were like, not okay, like mean girl vibes, like all of this. I ended up taking the video down, like re-editing that part out. And I was like, you know what, like,
in the moment, I didn't film everything in it, like that he was the one that was like, I look like Shrek and doing the mud thing. But then on the other end, I could see someone watching that video the first time. It looked like that. And I was like, no, absolutely not. Like, that's something I am so against, making fun of other people or bullying or anything like that. And so I was like, I am so sorry. But I was so also like grateful for our community, and that you guys were able to say, hey, this is how this came off, because I wouldn't want like a teenager or like someone to watch that and think that that was okay. And so I feel like there's times when it's like you don't see the whole picture, but then it's important what the small picture looks like sometimes too. And so I don't know, but that's why I say I have the best community, because you guys are willing to call things out when you see something that's not right or doesn't align with like our values. And then on the other end, I feel like you guys are nothing but supportive and kind, and like you guys educate us too, and we're all on this learning journey together. But okay, do you want to talk about your anesthesia experience?
Mom's probably gonna have to explain this one part a little bit more than, or she could probably explain this better than I can, but I just remember waking up and being in like a complete panic, and like I was like bawling my eyes out, and I was like, I know I kept on trying to hit myself for some reason. It wasn't pretty. Like, I'm glad nobody else was there, because I know I would have scared some people. But I just remember just not feeling good at all. They didn't give me my pain meds right away, which I thought they were gonna inject like some pain meds into my like IV, but they didn't. And so I woke up in just excruciating pain.
Well, they had put some in your IV, but then they were going to do an oral one also, but they wanted her to eat something prior to doing that. And I will say, like, it did scare me a little bit. Not like, I just had never seen you like that, you know? And I was like trying to calm her down, and she's in hysterics crying, and I'm just like holding her hand because she kept like trying to touch her nose. And it was just her coming out of it. And the nurse was like, no, this is totally normal. Especially in like teens, when they go through anesthesia, sometimes they get extremely emotional. But I felt like she felt panicked. And there was this moment though that I was like holding her hand, and I was like, Bella, it's okay. Oh, and she was refusing to like drink water or anything, and eat the applesauce, so like they couldn't give her the pain meds that like would help her feel better. And then you just like looked over at me, and like you stared at me in the eyes for a second. And then you like took this deep breath, and then shortly after that is when we at least got her to do some ice cubes, but then she choked on those and spit those out. But then she did start drinking water after that. So I feel like you had this moment where like you calmed down a little bit and were able to do what you needed to do to take the pain meds. But
yeah, well, I just remember her also saying like, you can't take your pain meds until you have some food in your system, and I just really did not want to be in pain. And so I took some of the applesauce, even though I really did not like it. But,
and then last night I slept in her room with her just to make sure she didn't like roll off of her wedge pillow or anything.
I had a rough first day, that's for sure. I was really emotional and didn't want anyone not to be in my, like I always had to have somebody in my room with me, so everyone came and laid with me at one point. And last night, we think I got up too much, and it like made my nose bleed a lot, and I was just throwing up a lot of blood. Sorry, trigger warning if anyone needs. Yeah. But like the entire time I was just throwing up a lot of blood, and
she kept almost passing out, and I was like, oh no, like do we call the doctor? But then I felt like today is a better day.
Yeah, today, well, yesterday I could barely sleep. Like it sucked trying to like learn how to breathe through my mouth. And then I just woke up from like a 4-hour nap, so that was really nice. Like I really needed that rest. I feel a little bit better.
This morning for breakfast at 6:30 a.m. she's like, you know, I could get I could do a grilled cheese and tomato soup, because we couldn't eat a lot yesterday because it hurt to chew. So we just did popsicles and smoothies and did things like that. But this morning at 6:30 a.m. she decided grilled cheese and tomato soup for breakfast, and she ate all of it, and I was so proud of her. And so
because when you dip in the grilled cheese, it made the bread a lot softer, and it was so nice. It felt nice eating food.
We should normalize grilled cheese and tomato soup for breakfast. I had the crust because you don't eat the crust part, and it was so good.
But it was really good grilled cheese. From what I know, I can't really taste actually, but I just can imagine in my head that it was good. I have no taste or sense of taste or smell right now.
Yeah. So, but she has a little bit of a road recovery. She did take a few weeks off of work, so she has time to rest, and we're just watching movies and hanging out, and yeah. It's kind of a nice reminder to like, for me to like slow down, and like I just sat in her room with her like all day, and it actually was so nice. I feel like I'm always go, and I'm doing this and doing that, and it was like, no, let me just sit and take care of Bella, and I'm actually loving it. Like, I'm loving the slower pace and just, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the second that she leaves, I try to get up too.
Yes, every time I leave the room, she tries to get up and come follow me, and I'm like, you're not supposed to be up and about. Especially yesterday.
I don't like being alone right now for some reason. Like, I freak out. So Ryland's been laying in bed with me all day, even when I was taking my nap.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I guess that's a huge thing when you get surgery or something like that. Or maybe it's just me with my abandonment issues or something.
Uh-oh.
I do not want to be alone.
Well, you won't be. You have a huge family. Yeah. And Adele laid with her forever. Yeah. Yesterday was the sweetest thing.
She came and laid on my chest while I was freaking out a little bit. And then she like pulled my hair up when I was throwing up. And she was taking care of me.
That was so sweet.
Everyone has done their fair share of taking
And Jake
care of
came
me.
and helped her walk. And like each kid has come in and helped her in some type of way. And that's what I love. Like, I love how compassionate each one of the kids are, and like how willing they are to step up and help. Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna watch Crazy Rich Asians. She's never seen that movie, and I love that movie.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch that.
Mom made me watch Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly. It's a
really
good movie.
It was really good. I really liked it. I actually stayed awake for it, and I was sitting there like this, trying to like watch it.
We're binge watching movies. So if you have any movie recommendations, let us know. Did you ever think you'd feed your sister like this?
No. I'm like blowing on it too, and I've never blown on someone else's food. It feels wrong.
Fast forward 6 days later. Tomorrow will be exactly a week. How are you feeling now? What was the best and worst part of recovery? Like, your overall experience.
I feel good now. I'm excited to get this off because it's really itchy.
She gets that off on day 9 because this Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so day 9 after the surgery.
Yeah. The worst part of the surgery was the first day. Like, by far, that was the worst part. I just felt like the pain meds wore off really easily, or like really fast. So I was like starting to be like getting pain again after 2 hours, or like 2 hours before I was supposed to take the next one. And then I was just like really lightheaded, like passing out and throwing up a lot of blood, spitting up a lot of blood, and just was not feeling good. Like, it was really scary. And then
it really scared me, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
I had her sleep in my room next to me. Like, I would wake up at like 3:30 in the morning and like feed her to give her pain med, and like it was just a whole. But I feel like day 2 and 3, she was the most swollen.
Yeah.
Like, she woke up and like her eyes were, she was just so swollen.
Mm-hmm.
But then I feel like day 4,
it started going down. After
she didn't need pain meds anymore.
Day 3, towards the end of the day, is when it started going down. Like, you can notice, like, when I woke up that morning, it was super bad, and then it was slowly going down. You can tell.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so now she's been off pain meds for 3 days, and she's feeling more like herself.
Yeah. I feel a lot better. So.
Do you regret doing it? Or no?
No. I mean, at first I really did. I was like, there's literally no point, like, to be in all this pain. But I think I'm good now.
But now you can breathe better.
Yeah. Well,
not yet. She has like a stent thing up there that's like holding and the deviated septum and like whatever they do. But once she gets that out on Thursday, I'm curious how her breathing's gonna be. I bet you're gonna be like, she said it was comparable because even now she can tell a difference, but she said it feels like there's like a fan in your face and you're getting all this oxygen.
Yeah. Like you're just breathing in straight from the fan.
So I'm curious, but we'll keep you guys updated.
Yep.
And yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
And every time you laugh, the dark just falls apart. Just close your eyes, I'll meet you where you are.
You don't